Hello everyone, welcome to Bull Bear Cafe. This is May 19th. My name is Yasko. Banks recovered on the news that I'm talking about last week. Banks recovered on the news that the big banks like Citi, JP Morgan, and Bank of America, to name a few, settled the EU foreign exchange collusion lawsuit. It looks like banks have been rallying back every time a collusion suit is settled. That means they're making money by cheating, I think. What did I say last week? Manipulation. I used the word manipulation because that's what it was. Excuse me. So, going forward, even though things are good, you're going to see some manipulations. In other words, you win by cheating. Okay, that's an astrological reading. I'm actually reading that because that's what this is about. So, Bitcoin took a dip after hitting 8,000. I think it was somewhere on the 15th and 16th. I said it was a critical day. And on that critical day, a lot of things came out. I mean, I think Iran, all that thing that's going on in that Persian Gulf came on, and that was the crisis. And some got hit. Some stocks did get hit, I think, for a while, but basically they all recovered. And I think Bitcoin and others could really start to move, because even though Bitcoin did get hit after it met a high of 8,000, that I see is a dip. And as we move into the June 3rd new moon and further on, I do expect that coin to do well in June. And I'm just basing this on my Bitcoin astrological chart that I'm using. And I'm using it, I just started using it, but I think it is good. We'll find out. But I just expect the coins to do well. Now, Monday, May 20, this Monday, May 20, I expect a rally. Keep your ears out for any rumor-based buying or selling, especially in the telecom sector. Are there pending lawsuits? I think yes. Huawei has a lawsuit against the U.S. government. And I still don't see a trade deal. Now, I do see USMCA, which is the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. In fact, they are going to remove the tariffs, or this government's going to remove the tariffs on steel and aluminum. And I've been saying that since last month, and that was on my last month's recording, that the tariffs will come off on the steel and aluminum, because I remember specifically addressing those. And I also said that I wouldn't see the China deal, and I still don't see it. And so I saw it, but I do see this deal with Mexico and Canada going well. I think the agricultural implements, the crop growers or the farmers are in a no-win situation. So look what happened to John Deere. This stock took a hit last week, but last month also. And farmers are patriotic. That's what I see. And this is what's causing this no-win situation. But they are actually in a no-win predicament. But government is subsidizing them. And I think in the long run, somebody will buy fruit. So I hear that North Korea is getting humanitarian aid via South Korea. In other words, South Korea would be making this aid, and probably the food probably comes from the U.S. See, I know that the South Korea has a big Christian population, and I also heard that North Korea's Kim Jong Un's father was raised in a Christian home, and I guess and that's how the food is going to, I guess, South Korea and then to North Korea. But I guess South Korea is taking care of that because South Korea does have a big Christian population. And and I also see that the U.S. beef in Japan, the people are buying U.S. beef because there's a discount, so they switched from Australian beef and now they're consuming U.S. beef. That's because U.S. beef is good, and they're getting it at a discount. And moving forward into next month, you'll see that the government is multitasking by having so many pots on the stove and doing so many things all at the same time. The Middle East, Pacific, Europe, everything is just going on at the same time. So the market movers are, for this week, and probably will continue, but we'll see. Telecoms, computers, autos, grain companies, some of those Midwestern companies, and those what do you call them? The agriculture-based companies, and internet companies or the IT, payment processors, blockchains, schools, and AI companies or AI-oriented companies. You know, something like Boston Dynamics. But I'm not saying Boston Dynamics. I'm just saying something like that. Companies who are engaged in AI applications. And actually that makes Intuitive Surgical also an AI application too. So transportation companies also. And I see Uber and Lyft is still occupying the news media, but the transportation companies will also be in the news, and they can also move the markets. And trading could be vigorous, and there could be rotation back into these stocks. And when I say computers, I noticed Cray, C-R-A-Y. That's why I'm also bringing up computers too. But computers are highlighted, especially in communications, data, accounting softwares, and other software companies actually of Oracle too. Oracle and SAP, I think, belong in that space. And of course, Salesforce.com. So you're going to see a lot of software companies that will be making moves. Is it Quicken? That software company that makes QuickBooks. Accounting software, that's what they are, accounting software. So I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on chips, as you notice. You're gonna notice that there's a lot of rumors about this or that, and so you need to pay attention to rumors, because some people will buy on rumors or sell on rumors, or the other way around. And it's also, this week is also EU elections week, and crisis could be expected over the weekend, but that's on Saturday, and so that shouldn't affect the markets, the U.S. markets. And even if there's bad news, you'll find that it's not as bad. and that could happen probably Wednesday or Thursday, but it's not. Uh, I don't see it as an earth shaking event. So that's what I have for this week. And as I said, the 20th, I do expect a rally. So, but you'll probably know by uh, what sometime in on Sunday. You'll probably see, or maybe not. But either way, I do expect a rally, and that means it's going up. So until